I mean, you're still pushing it inside of the function, is what I'm saying. Is that even if you do an enum, which contains all these types, and then you have a for loop that then just walks them inside of the function, the parameters that are containing the information on the types is going to be minimally inside of a switch, and the switch is going to be this param, and then each case is going to be like u int 8 blah blah. So it's basically just pushing the complexity from one location to another. It's not the normal elegance that you would get when you have the enum solution and it's like an array lookup and you just execute this piece of code that isn't expanded behind some sort of interface. Again, for if you're new to programming, this is probably not going to make sense what I'm talking about. And I apologize for that. I'm not trying to confuse people. I just don't have the 3 hours that it would take to explain all the complexity. But for the experts in the room, I would be very interested to hear what people think in a very sincere way, because I don't know. I actually think both Mentor and I are stumped, which I think is not like a super easy thing to do, just to stump both of us. Stumping me is maybe not that hard, but stumping Mentor all 4 times, I haven't seen that maybe ever. But this code, I think, has done it. So I wanted to put this out essentially as an open coding challenge of the week. And again, the rule that I have for this is no invoking the preprocessor. I know that you can solve this with stringization, and I've done similar things. And so for all of you super preprocessor folks out there that are getting super excited, like gonna write this really complex 100-line preprocessor macro stuff that's going to use stringization and then reduce this to an if statement that's a single line. No, you're not allowed to do that, at least not for the problem I'm proposing. What I'm asking is there a way to do this that essentially would reduce the code footprint? So it would be something like what Mentor's showing, which is sort of this for loop, but it doesn't push the complexity inside of the function that would reside here, which basically would just do replication of this inside of a switch. But instead, it would actually find a way to have strict type binding